If someone does something to your family, the immediate family of that person, the victim, should get to choose what happens to that person. Like after they're convicted, you should get to choose what happens to that person and run it. Run it from there. Let's go. This is the Sports Kings podcast. I'm Big Mike. Rob Calloway not here tonight. Don't forget, you guys can reach out to us via Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. They're all three at Sports Kings Live, and we're being heard via Spreaker.com. That's SPREAKER.com. So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. And here's the other strange thing that happened, because I was all prepared to get on here tonight and be like, I dare some fool to make up some damn Free Hernandez t-shirts or something at this point, like now, do that. Because you remember the idiot Pouncy boys had the Free Hernandez hats on, like, okay, whatever. But something something as stupid happened. Brandon Spikes decided he wanted to take to his social media account and give his opinion on the verdict. Here's what Brandon Spikes had to say. Make sure at Brandon Spikes 51, who, by the way, is a free agent. I'm confused about the justice system these days. Now, that's a fair comment. It is. But to do it in reference to this trial, no way, my man. There is no confusion at all. This idiot, basically, I call him the Hansel and Gretel of murderers. He literally left, not literally, he basically left breadcrumbs of evidence leading from the murder scene to himself. That, coupled with the lies that he told people, then the jurors caught him up today. The jurors caught him up with that whole, when Bob Kraft earlier last week got on the stand and said, like, yeah, Aaron Hernandez was like, I didn't do it. I hope the time of the murder comes up because, at that time I was in a club. And so the jurors was like, hold on, we've been at this for 2 years. Well, for a couple of months now as jurors. The case has been going on for 2 years. They still don't know the time of death. So how you know that you were in the club when this dude died? Yeah, idiot. Good. Stupid people who do stupid things and heinous things like this deserve to go to jail for a long, long, long time, just like he is. Life. Natural life without parole. Now, as you well know, Twitter can be a dangerous place, kind of. Because when people say stupid things, other people refuse to let them go. But people also reply with their own stupid things as well. But people reply to Brandon Spikes. One says, just simply, and this could have easily come from me, yeah, just don't murder people. Period. Yeah, that's it. Just don't murder people. This other person says, why? Was that not an open and shut case? He's going down on the double murder too. It wasn't a open and shut case. It was very, very circumstantial. Like the prosecution really had to do their job in order to prove this case, to put the gun in his hand that they could not find, to put him at the scene, to do all these things because there were no eyewitnesses, and the eyewitnesses that were there. Which, by the way, his two homeboys who didn't take the deals to testify against this dude, yep, you're screwed as well. And then here's the miraculous part. Like, I don't know how this got out of his lawyer's mouth on, Friday when they did closing arguments. When he says that basically Aaron Hernandez, I'm paraphrasing, Aaron Hernandez was there, but he didn't kill the dude. After months of telling people he wasn't, that he's telling people he was in the club, yeah, immediately, right there, you going to jail, son. And your lawyer's only thinking, cool, he goes to jail, we get more money for the appeal. Because if he go home, the money stop. Yeah, you got beat up on this one, dude, and good too, good. Everyone came up on you, and eventually the money will run out. So anybody who thinks that this dude is like sitting on a pile of cash, yeah, it'll run out. Lawyers ain't cheap. Them lawyers he had didn't look cheap to me. Couple more of these. It says, why? because there was no video of him killing the guy, so he should walk free? Exactly. Yeah, don't be an idiot, Brandon Spikes. Just because you, like, this is my problem with a lot of things, and I keep saying this over and over again. Very few people are just one thing to everybody. So just because you play ball with this dude and this was your guy talking about the Pouncy Boys and Brandon Spikes, yeah, that's your dude, whatever. He was cool. Y'all kicked it or whatever. But he also kills people. Like, both things can exist simultaneously. Trust me, it can. So I'm gonna take y'all somewhere that a lot of people probably don't want to go, but I'm always equate it to like the Bill Cosby thing. First of all, I'm repeating this. Dr. Huxtable was a fictional character, one of the most fictional of all time, because no one knows anybody like that. That dude don't even exist anywhere. But he definitely is not synonymous with, he's not the same person, as Bill Cosby. So Bill Cosby can get on TV and play Dr. Huxtable and rape 20 women. It's possible. Very much so. So when people come out and say, no, he didn't do that, he's too good of a man. Yeah, quit putting things past people, man. Because before OJ killed those two white people, you know what happened? OJ was everybody's favorite guy. Until he wasn't. I need a break from this. Before we get any further, one of my favorite new things to do is on this day.
It's the Sports Kings.
On this day is our feature that kind of goes back to the past and tells you some of the things that happened in sports on this particular day. Today is, in fact, in Major League Baseball, it's Jackie Robinson Day. And today in 1947, Jackie Robinson played his first Major League Baseball game for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Previously, he had only appeared in exhibition games. In 1972, on this day, the Major League Baseball season began following a player strike. On this day in 1976, Yankee Stadium 2 opened. So I guess we're on 3 now. I didn't even realize that. On this day in 1989, in Sheffield, England, 96 people died at Hillsborough Stadium during the semifinal soccer match between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. Most of the victims were crushed when a barrier collapsed on an overcrowded pen behind one of the goals. Them soccer people, man, them soccer fans is rowdy, and a lot of them are racist. But for the express consent or express reason that I'm talking about now with this situation, people dying, like, they rowdy, man. They get manic about their soccer teams. I always said that, if I would love for my first soccer experience, professional wise, to be in Seattle with the Sounders, because they have a whole. If you ever get a chance, check out Real Sports. They did a feature with Drew Carey, who's the owner of the Seattle Sounders. It's a whole culture up there. If you think that Seattle Seahawks thing is for real, the soccer team is amazing. The fan base and the way they treat that team and the way they come out and they have their thing going for that team, their little traditions and all that kind of stuff, like the march to the stadium before the game, is outstandingly amazing. And lastly, on this day in 2000, Cal Ripken Jr. of the Baltimore Orioles became the 24th Major League player to reach 3,000 hits, and that is on this day. Hopefully, someone somewhere will sponsor this feature for us as we continue to move on. I've pretty much said my piece when it comes to the Aaron Hernandez situation. I think it's the one thing I will say is that I've usually been one of those people who, because he's now going to have to in May face a double murder case in Boston. I was always one of those people like, damn, he got life without parole. Like, what's the point in wasting more time and money on another trial? And I heard people smarter than me, legal people, talk about it today. It's like, so the victims, the families of the victims of the other crimes, their loved ones can have a voice, and they can find out, hopefully, what happened to their people, to their loved ones as well. And even more so, that in Massachusetts, when you get convicted of a capital crime, there's an automatic appeal. You don't even really have to file. You don't have to file for it. It's an automatic appeal. So this case will be appealed. And on the off chance, which no one sees happening. But on the off chance, because stranger things have happened, Casey Anthony, George Zimmerman, things have happened. Strange things have happened. On the off chance that Aaron Hernandez goes home on appeal, well, guess what? You got 2 more murders. You gotta win, or you gotta beat. So to make sure that this dude is only getting 3 hots in the cot behind bars for the duration of his life, I understand why now. I understand why it's not a waste of time to go forward with these double murders in Boston. Moving on from that, the draft. The draft is on April 30th. So we got about 15 days until a bunch of young, fast, big men will become a whole lot richer than they were the day before. Or before that weekend, I'll say that, because everyone ain't going in the first round. You just found out that 26 players are confirmed to be appearing at the draft. The 2 that will not be, the 2 important ones that won't be, are Jameis Winston. He'll be in Bessemer. I read this wonderful article about him today, too. It's in ESPN, the magazine. I'll talk a little bit about it after I get through going through telling you guys who's going to be at the draft. If, your favorite player or the player that you feel like your team should draft is going to actually be at the draft. Marcus Mariota, the other top quarterback, will not be attending the draft as well. He'll be in Hawaii with his family. Jameis Winston will be in Alabama with his grandma has type 2 diabetes, and she's an integral part of his life, and he just didn't want to experience this without her. She's not able to travel based on her condition. Here we go. Eric Armstead from Oregon, Vic Beasley from Clemson, Lyle Collins, the big tackle from LSU, Landon Collins, the safety out of Alabama, Bud Dupree, the outside linebacker out of Kentucky, Cameron Irving, the offensive lineman, out of Florida State, the big center, Dante Fowler Jr. out of Florida, the outside linebacker, Melvin Gordon, the other running back. Melvin Gordon's a beast. Out of Wisconsin, he'll be there. DJ Humphreys, the offensive lineman out of Florida. Kevin Johnson, the cornerback out of Wake Forest, he'll be attending. Byron Jones out of Connecticut, the other cornerback. I think this is the kid that just blew up the combine, the kid that just jumped out of the gym. Bernardrick McKinney out of Mississippi State, a linebacker. He'll be there. Devontae Parker. We talked yesterday about that second group of wide receivers, and I missed a couple names. The kid out of Ohio State, the kid that all he does is catch the long ball, and the other kid out of I think Perryman, the kid out of UCF. There's another group after Amari Cooper and Kevin White. There's another nice little clump. If you need a wide receiver, he's there. And Devontae Parker out of Louisville is a part of that. Andrews Pete, the offensive tackle out of Stanford. A lot of people call him a true left tackle. I've heard him being linked to the Atlanta Falcons so that Jake Matthews can play his natural right tackle position. You've got here he is, Brashard Perriman, the kid out of Central Florida. The other wide receiver I was just mentioning. Shane Ray will be there. The outside linebacker / DN from Missouri. Brandon Sheriff, the the offensive lineman out of Iowa. Got big old Danny Shelton, the big nose tackle out of Washington. He'll be there. All 300 plus pounds of him. Devin Smith is the kid I was talking about, the kid from Ohio State, the wide receiver. He'll be there as well. Jalen Strong, he's another wide receiver. I hadn't heard much talk about him, but he's out of Arizona State. He'll be at the combine, at the draft as well. Laken Tomlinson out of Uke, he's an offensive lineman. He'll be there. God, everyone's going. Trey Wayans, the corner out of Michigan State, the top-rated corner on a lot of people's big boards, a lot of the draft pundits' big boards. He'll be there. Obviously, Kevin White, I just talked about him, the wide receiver out of West Virginia. And Leonard Williams, probably the most complete prospect in the draft, the big D lineman out of the University of Southern California. So all those people, all those kids will be running around Chicago, getting the whole draft experience, while the two biggest names, I guess I should say, at quarterback will be chilling at the crib. One in Bama, the other one in old Hawaii. Now, last night too. I got watched this Draft Academy thing. It was outstanding. Like ESPN